Okay, sorry for the difficulties, but we should be okay with the stream, the actual screen showing now. I have a suspicion if you try to do this yourself, I wonder if it's because I chose to show myself on camera first and then it wouldn't allow the screen. So everything here is a learning experience. Hopefully you guys are able to find this okay. I'll share this one into the group again so that we see it there. There we go. And now we can get going. Apologies to you guys who were on the other stream that got cut off. So let's go ahead now and hop right on into a kvCORE, into kvCORE. And first, just show off real quickly for people who aren't familiar with the landing page feature. I'll just show you where that is and how to build it. And then we'll get to building out some pages. So let's make my screen bigger so you can see it well right here. And then I'm going to go to the lead engine right here. And it's very simple. If you go to where it says landing page at the top left, you just choose which domain. If you have a company account or a broker account or a team, you may have multiple pages as an option. I'm just going to choose mine right here and click Start Building. And then the main page is the lead generation page where you have some text and you have an email box. And just know up at the top left, there are some other page types that you can play with in here. Now, for the purposes of today's kind of workshop, I'm just going to Now, guys, feel free to comment on the stream if you want to. Let me know what kind of pages you might want to see built. But we did have a few cool requests from people, but prior on the events page. So I'm going to go right back to that here. There were two specific types of pages that I'll start with while I wait for other people to comment on what pages they might want to see get built. So let's go here to the main events page. And again, as I said in the earlier video, this one right here that was kind of botched. We're learning this as we go, this kind of method of streaming, and we talked about on the next level session yesterday how this may be a viable way for us to, in lieu of doing Zooms, to just go live whenever you want. You can start to share your screen and do some things. So the two requests we had was from Salma. She asked for new construction builders. She wants to offer a list of new construction projects in her market. And then Vince talked about motivated seller leads for investment properties. I assume he's a wholesaler maybe and wants to attract listings from the wholesaler angle. So let's go ahead and give this, just build a few of these examples out. Salma, if you happen to be live, and Vince, if you happen to be live and you want to drop me your kvCORE subdomain, your URL, I can actually build this directly on your page for you if you want. But for today, let's just do it as an example, and then you can always copy what I did right here. So let's go back here. I got to keep an eye on the producer. We got another request for new construction from Gervany. So let's just do this new construction thing and bust it out. All right. So I'm going to go to my landing page builder right here. I can see your screen's very good. Okay. And then the first thing you see here is the hashtag. So it's always, a lot of what happens in kvCORE is driven by a hashtag. You can trigger automated property alerts. You can trigger automated smart campaigns. And of course, you can filter by hashtag as well and find leads later. And this is also going to be a way that you can get a sense for how your landing page is performing. Say, and it might even come down to where you are building landing pages for specific traffic sources. You're tying a hashtag and you can directly track performance. Excuse the cough, guys. So our hashtag, keep it simple, new construction. Okay. Submit button text. I like see the list now. Now, usually you want this to kind of reiterate what they are going to get. In this case, we're going to offer a list of new construction projects or properties. We're going to say see the list now is our call to action. You can also do something like instant free access. Free access. Vicky's asking if she can use landing page to recruit agents. 1000% you can. So maybe we'll get around to doing that as well today. If we can, we'll build an example recruiting page. So see the list now. And then my URL after login, this is going to be the list or the thing that you're offering. Now, I'm going to take a minute to pause as I talked to Salma before yesterday. She wanted to offer a list of specific projects. So one route you could go is you can go into kvCORE and you can build out a list of new construction projects. This would be kind of a little extra, a little next level, a little more work to do. And an example of this, this will translate well. Here's my custom page where I have a list of investment deal stuff related to finding investment deals. Now, this isn't new construction, but you could have a similar page that say, hey, new construction projects in Pinellas County, Florida. That would be the name of your page. And then you would link to all the different home builders and their projects. And this would become the thing that you're offering after somebody logs in. So that's the one way you could go. You can go a little extra fancy, really curate some content, and give that away with your landing page. Now, to keep things a little simpler, or to kind of give you a formula that anybody watching this could use without doing that extra work to build a custom page that you redirect to, what you can do is just create a search for that list of properties. So I'm going to do that. And for those of you asking if this will be recorded, good news is one of the advantages of doing Facebook Lives like these is it's instantly recorded and we'll just be sitting here in the same spot where you're watching it on Facebook forever, probably. So it's being recorded as we do it. So let's build our link. Remember, what we're doing is we're building a link that people go to after they log into this page. And I'm going to go to the IDX squeeze page section of kvCORE. So again, we're in the lead engine right next to the landing page. I'll go to the IDX squeeze page section and I'm going to build myself out a quick new construction link. So we'll choose an area, put my county in there. Then I will do my listing type. I'll do single family. I might also throw some condos in there. And then I don't need to worry about the price. Now, there might be cases where I'm trying to do a price restricted list, but I'm simply going to go down here where it says newly built. And I'm going to not worry too much about the source and the hashtag, only because there's not going to be a registration required when somebody redirects in from a landing page to the squeeze link. So I'm less concerned about that because my traffic isn't going to that squeeze page. It's going to this landing page. And then after they opt in, they're going to this squeeze link that I'm building. So I'm going to go ahead and click generate link. The registration stuff is irrelevant because the landing page is automatically going to log them right here. And I'll put it in my URL after login. Now, we're going to do a few examples today, guys, and I'm not going to do this part again where I show the after opt-in. I just wanted to give you that bigger picture. After we do this new construction example, we'll do some other examples where we just build the page to give you guys some inspiration, because that's what I was really hoping to get to today, some example headlines, some example angles. So I can choose to require phone. I usually don't like to do that. I have my reasons why. Instead, I like to induce a phone number with the text on my page, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then my background for the page, we actually have added recently some new background images. Now, you can always add a custom background if you have a URL, but we've actually added one here, for example, for new construction right there. So I'm just going to use that one. Again, you can do whatever you want or choose any of these other ones, like so. So, question, good one from Gervany. What if I have an Excel file of new construction? What do you do with them? You could link to the Excel file, maybe put it as a shareable document on Google and then link directly to the Google Sheet. But if you really want to like kind of create a cool experience, I would write those out, translate that into a custom page in kvCORE or a blog post. So thanks Adele for letting me know. Sorry about the audio going out between screens. That might just be a bandwidth issue. So sorry, my computer's pretty good, but yeah, it might be a Facebook Live thing. I'm not sure there's much I can do about that, but I'll be mindful of that. Okay, so we've got things kind of set up here. We got my logo up top on the page. Just a little pointer, if there's ever a reason why you want to delete your logo, you can double click it and it'll go away. You can't change the logo. We get that question a lot, but I could double click it and make it go away if I wanted to. And I can also double click and get rid of these other fields. Now, my personal preference is to actually get rid of all these extra things. There's a lot of times when these might be useful, but my personal kind of standpoint on this is that you need to be kind of skilled at writing bullet points and copywriting in order not to screw up your page by adding this extra stuff. It's kind of a less is more thing with these pages, and we want people to just see the offer and react. And I feel like the human mind gets a little confused when it's forced to read. It slows them down, it stops the momentum, and actually can suppress response unless you're really skilled at copywriting these bullets. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to double click each one and make it go away. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do now is get to the fun stuff, and we're going to write a headline. Now, this headline that I'm about to write, you could probably translate to a lot of these niche-focused property search type angles where we're doing new construction here, but if I was doing fixer-uppers or any number of different searches, waterfront properties, whatever it might be, I can almost follow the same template. And I'm going to say free weekly list of new construction projects, new construction homes being released by builders in Pinellas County, Florida. So the formula is kind of free weekly list of this type of property, and then I do a qualifier, and I don't know if this is the best one, but being released by builders in Pinellas County, Florida, being available from builders in Pinellas County, Florida. I could also just do free weekly list of Pinellas County new construction homes and get rid of this, right? Or I can do free weekly list of Pinellas County so free weekly list of area new construction homes, and then watch this, priced from, this is one of my favorite hacks, and then whatever it might be, 199,000 to 2.5 million plus. So there's no definite set right way with these landing pages, guys. A lot of times it comes down to testing, and a lot of times I'll find myself going back and editing a page once I have traffic running to it and having two different pages and see which one performs better. But in general, this kind of format has worked, and it's something you can kind of use as a starting point. Now, what I've been doing recently here is using the subheadline to try to bribe the cell phone. And we'll do something like this. If you enter your cell number, we'll also text you the list once a week. We'll text you the list once a week. And if this is where I try to give them more of a reason why. Remember, we're trying to induce people to do something here and give them a reason why I need their cell number, and send you any builder deals and incentives we know about. So it's kind of like, why am I going to give the cell phone? It's optional. Well, I'm going to know about builder deals and incentives and rebates, or builder deals, incentives, and rebates we learn about. So here's why. You're interested in new construction. You're going to want to know about these deals and rebates. And this kind of qualifier in your subheadline translates to any of these pages. You can always do something like this, kind of a reason why. Another thing you could do if you think it looks better is you could do this. Oops, it's the bigger text, but you could have done this in the subheadline as smaller text and then put brackets around that last section. Oh boy. There we go. I'm running up against a little bit of the bugginess in the landing page builder here. It deleted my subheadline, completely frustrating. I think we're working on fixing that, but I accidentally got rid of my subheadline. But this, guys, overall, for the purposes of this demo and workshop, this is a good free weekly list, and then give a reason why in the headline. I have a little typo, and I see the list now, like so. And then you can save this, hit OK. And just know that you need to actually save up in your browser up here. You see where I'm kind of going with my mouse? You need to save this page currently. So what I'll do is, a lot of times I'll just take it right away and drag it onto my browser. See how I did that into my bookmarks bar? You can actually create a folder called landing pages. It's a good way to save your kvCORE landing pages, and then drag it into that so that you never lose them right there. So that I can always go back and get the link later. So that's the page right there, just for you guys on this first one, just so you get the whole experience. Say we promote this page with a Facebook post or a Google ad, wherever we get our traffic, somebody lands here. Remember, a lot of your traffic is going to be mobile. These pages look really good on mobile. I'm kind of dragging mine to show you what that looks like. And can you see how by keeping it short without all those extra bullets, I'm increasing the chances that the main message goes above the fold. And this is another reason why sometimes I do remove the logo. I push everything up on a mobile screen so they can see it all directly. And then the experience is they log in, they opt in. So they go like this. They give the phone or they don't, and then they click, and then they go over to the list of properties right away. They're instantly logged into your kvCORE site, and any properties they look at get logged inside the contact record. You see they're going right here, and they're browsing right away. So that's kind of the experience no matter what landing page we build, like so. Now, guys, I realize there's probably a little lag between the comments, but I'm trying to answer all your questions. If you have any questions about this and I've gone too fast, you can always rewind the video and watch again, or just reply in the comments, and I'll look back later and try to answer any comments that you're putting on here. But this is a good example of a short, sweet landing page that has a good chance of getting a high conversion rate. And just to talk a little bit more about the theory behind these, as you'll notice on the screen here, there's not a lot of clutter. When somebody lands on this page, their brain is not too confused. They either are going to take the action, I like to say poop or get off the pot, right? They're either going to be interested in the thing and put their info in, or they're going to leave. As opposed to maybe a page like this, your squeeze link page that we were just on, or your main homepage, somebody gets here and if their brain has all these different links and things and stuff to do, and the conversion rates on these are generally lower. So a big reason why you're going to want to use landing pages is you can go direct to these niche focused offers. You have a lot of flexibility in what you can offer, and your conversion rates can be high as you get good at doing this. So that's an example of a new construction page right there. Free weekly list, Pinellas County, new construction properties, and then put the price range and a reason why they should opt in. And I accidentally deleted the description. It's a bummer. So Mark's asking a good question. Will you use that in a lead ad or just boost it as a post? So I wouldn't use it as a lead ad because a lead ad actually, a Facebook lead ad actually bypasses this. Right? Because a lead ad, the form actually pops up inside of Facebook. Facebook kind of gives you the landing page. But I would do a direct click to the post. And I did a video about that in the Facebook group, which I will go back later after I'm done talking to you guys now. And I'll append it to Mark's question and put a link to how you would drive traffic to one of these pages. Just did it, I think, this past Monday in the group. Let's see if we can find it quickly, but I don't want to get sidetracked there. Let's see. Traffic. Let's just see if it pops up in a search. The group is so buzzing. You know, we have so much content here. It's even hard for me to find something that's only a couple of days old. But I lucked out here, and here's that piece of content I'm talking about. So I'll copy the link, and I'm going to reply to Mark here in the comments with a link to this, how to drive traffic to these landing pages. Over in my other window here. So if you want to know how to drive traffic, this is how, guys. But let's focus now. Let's have a little more fun and riff a bit now that we've gotten some of the overall theory and the nitty gritty of building one of these out of the way. Let's riff a bit and build a few more. I am going to give you a little tip. You can always go to your domain name. You see up here, if you want to skip going into the lead engine page in kvCORE and you want to be able to get a little geeky with this, just remember you can always do /ask/create like this, and it'll bring you right to the builder. And you can start building a fresh page like that. So if you want to skip going in and logging into kvCORE, you can go straight to that, any URL in your office or on your team. Just go to the subdomain /ask/create like that. So the other request we had was for motivated sellers for real estate investor wholesalers. If I was interpreting that comment correctly, that's what that person wanted. So the process looks very much the same. Now, if so we'll do hashtag motivated seller. Submit button is going to be something like, yes, I need to sell. Tell me more. Tell me more. A lot of this angle is going to depend on what you're actually offering. So you're going to have somebody opt in and maybe get an offer fast, right? So you might say get offer fast. Get a fast offer. Or it might be you might offer some kind of ebook or webinar, some piece of content that helps them sell their house fast. Now, for the purposes of this demo, probably the quickest way is to get a fast offer, right, on the property. Now, I did say that we would use our lead generation objective, but I'm wondering, I just want to also mention we do have an address only that will take them through the main valuation page. So maybe let's do both of these, okay? So let's do the get a fast offer motivated seller, right? And then our URL, you would have to create some kind of thank you page that says, yes, thanks, we'll be in touch soon, or something like that to redirect to in order for that to work out. But let's do the headline here and continue on. So I'm going to get rid of the logo this time. I double clicked on it. And I'm going to keep this pretty simple. Get a fast cash offer on your Pinellas County, Florida home or investment property. We can close in 2 weeks or less. No commissions. So we get this question a lot, guys. I know most of you watching are real estate agents trying to get a commission, but that's particular request. I know some of you are agents, but you're also running, operating as wholesalers and have sort of some methodologies around getting listings from those leads. So this is pretty straightforward. My background image, you could use any number of these, right? Just kind of scroll through. Remember, the background image isn't always going to be seen right away. I kind of like this one. It's got an animated GIF in the background. It's got a piggy bank, some money going into a house. So just like that, we can close for 2 weeks or less, no commissions. And then let's do our thing inducing the phone number. If you enter your phone number, we'll call you back within 1 business hour. Okay, so this is a page for the Get a Fast Offer crowd. Now, I can't guarantee that this is going to work. This is kind of a workshop. We're just brainstorming together. But something like this, you're going to have a lot of competition for. But something along these lines should work on some level. Just expect to pay a pretty good penny for the lead. This isn't going to be a $3 or $5 or even $10 lead in most markets. It's going to be up in the $50 to $100 or more range, just to be able to drive the traffic and get somebody who happens to want to sell their house really fast. If you are a member of the Next Level Mastermind and you go to the Google trainings section in there, I have specific Google ads that you can run for this offer. I think we did the demo that way. So that would be under tutorials, and in the Google section, there is a tutorial about how to run this Facebook traffic. So where is it? How to run a seller lead generating Google search ad. This video right here, if you're a member of Next Level, I'll show you step by step how to drive traffic to a page or an offer like this one. So to directly get seller leads, the way you can go, we've been doing a lot of this with the setup service. So I'm going to try to remember exactly what we're doing, but this is close to it. So I'm going to actually switch this to address capture, like so, and we'll set our hashtag as home value report. And this is really simple, but I ran a Google ad to this and it worked really well. This might seem deceptively too easy and simple, but Pinellas value, home value. Step 1, enter your address. Now, some of you guys might be shaking your heads going, that can't work. Could it really be that easy? But the truth is, again, less is more a lot of times. And just imagine you're the person, you've just seen an ad that says, hey, get a home value report, find out, the market's hot, find out what your home might sell for in this market. You don't really need to think much about that. You just need to get somewhere where you can take the next step in that direction. You have momentum. So this actually can work very well. We do have a background image for home value report, just something like this that's reporty looking. You can use whatever you want. But this page has already actually converted pretty well for me. And remember that the address only page is what they do is they drive traffic back through, they pre-fill, they find the address back through the home valuation process in kvCORE. So Gurvanit, to answer your question about that, that's what I would do for home value report. And you know what? I feel bad, but I'll drop this link in the comments so you guys can see it too, as well. So I didn't do that with new construction. Sorry about that, but let's go ahead and save it. It's taking a minute to share here. Oops. Oh, it was redirecting to the report, like so. And then it takes them through the process. Now, I was already logged in, so that's why it didn't ask me for a contact info. But if I wasn't logged in, it would have asked me for contact info. So here, I'll drop the home value report page in the comments of this video. Okay. And then let's see, can I get my new construction link? Oh, yeah, we saved it, remember? And then I'll drop the new construction example. Remember, that one had the headline that you need to, it's probably good to get into, but you might not even need the headline. This might just be enough. Again, going back to the less is more a lot of times can definitely work out. So some other ideas you guys gave, I really appreciate the ideas. Kate's saying single story homes. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's do something like this. I'm going to go to my ask/create again. and we'll say Pinellas County. And I think a lot of people call that one floor living, right? Single floor living, one floor homes. And in this one, I might priced from, starting from, 99,000, maybe a number. Getting that same issue again where I got rid of that. I'm gonna have to talk to our product team. This is so annoying. If I click out into the description, it goes away. So Pinellas County, one floor homes. Okay. And then priced from, if you're looking to downsize, you might really like this list. Right. Now I could do, you notice what I'm doing here? I'm doing it all in the headline. This is just my personal bias. I could try to put some of these extra qualifiers in my bullets. But again, I feel like it sometimes can hurt, making people think too much. But price from $99,000. If you're looking to downsize, you might really like this list. Pinellas County, one floor homes. See the list now. So that might be one example. Our background here, I think we have a golf senior like that. We have just any number of other ones you could use. You can get your own image if you want. But yeah, I'll use that one. Pinellas County, one floor homes. You could also do something like this where the headline is downsizing. Get a complete current list of one floor Pinellas County homes now. And then starting from 99,000. I have a dog crying if you guys can hear that. I'll let her in so she stops. Get in here. Sorry. Small dogs are the most annoying. Small dogs are awful. Don't get a small dog. All right. Get a complete current list of one floor Pinellas County homes starting from 99,000. So, right? Downsizing, retiring, downsizing, something like that. You could take that angle too. You could also go, I think, man, I guess you're not supposed to say like senior community homes or 55 plus homes, but that's a similar idea to one floor living, right? So Kate, I think that's what you mean, right? By single story homes. So that would be the way you were going, that direction. So something like this, guys, I think might work. Here, I'll just paste this in there. Single story homes example. Like so. Cool. Thanks for the help, Annalisa. Let's see. Yeah, they're just my poodle Chihuahua is just so attached to the hip with me. Like never wants to be more than a foot away. It's a bit much. All night. You guys know if you got small dogs. All right. So we use the golf image here just before I get into more. We also could have done golf homes. That's a really good niche, guys. That gives you a lot of focus to your business. You could just focus on that inventory. Maybe do a video every week of a featured golf community. But works really well. So free weekly list. Have a little fun with this one. 4. See a complete current list of golf community homes in Pinellas County now. Priced from, again, we're doing our thing. If you enter your cell number, we'll text you. Man, I don't know golf very well, guys, but something related to golf. So we'll text you a $50, what is it, like a $20 discount off greens fees. Are they called greens fees? Our favorite local course now. You get what I'm doing though. There's a bribe, right? Let's make it more interesting. Let's push the conversation further. So if you can work that out with the golf shop, there's any number of things you could do. If you enter your cell number, we'll send you a really funny golf video right now, or we'll text you text you, the golf home of the week every Saturday. So just to give you some ideas, how to bribe that cell number. I'm not a fan of requiring a cell number because you get a lot of fakes and you suppress conversions. And in all my testing, if I've learned that if I do a good job of giving the extra bribe, that it works out. And the other thing this extra bribe a lot of time does is it forces you to create some kind of cool content on a recurring basis. So you're almost making the promise in your page, and it sets the stage for how you're going to follow up. So if I say I'm going to text you the featured golf home of the week every Saturday, well, that means I need to do that every Saturday moving forward as I work this niche. And we talk about this a lot in our growth system section of Next Level Mastermind, where we want to send something cool every week. So let's not forget our golf background. And remember, we can have a little more fun with this. Golf's a fun one to do this with. Funny golf GIFs. Tools, type, GIF, animated in my Google search. Let's see if we can find a funny one. I don't know. Here. Well, this is Florida, so let's use this one. This is a fun thing where address, and I can make this my background. Custom background, like so. There we go. It's a fun tool, right? This landing page builder. It's got a couple quirks and bugs, but I really enjoy using it. Once you can do all this stuff, it's just kind of fun. So if you enter your cell number, we'll text you a guide to avoiding getting eaten by a gator while on the course. Something. So let's do that. I'm going to paste a link to this, guys. This is just for inspiration. Again, full disclosure, we're having a workshop here. I don't know if these will work. And the only way you really know if they work, just take my advice on the ones that I say I've used before and have a pretty good idea that will work. But the only other way is to start driving traffic and to adjust as you do that. So there's our 4 page. Mark is saying he's new to kvCORE. The system allows. So I won't go too deep in on that now, but I'll just show you very quickly. Option 1, once a week, you can go in and sort get all your leads with the hashtag golf, right? In this example, or I have my deals right here. Check them all off and click mass text. And you can just say, hi, here's this week's cool thing as promised. And boom, you can send it out. You can also, in your marketing autopilot, in your smart campaigns, you can set a text that goes out every 7 days that sends that cool thing. And along those lines, I don't want to go too deep off course here, but just know that if I created a link of golf properties right now in my kvCORE system, that link is always up to date with the latest listings. So I can only use it once and keep sending the same email every week. I believe we did that in Next Level in the last week or two, right, Annalisa? Like in the last 2 weeks, we did that content as a specific featured topic in our webinars for those of you who are members, like how to execute that. But yeah, either manual or as part of your smart campaigns, you can deliver on this promise that I mentioned here. Great question. Let's see what else. I'm thinking about the dogs. I know there's a few other ones. There's recruiting. Thinking about the dogs, pet-friendly properties is a really good one. So, Chicago. Let's get out of Pinellas County for a minute. Chicago homes near dog parks. You'd have a lot of fun with that, right? And then put a picture of the dog in the background. Right, so there's a guy, I don't know if he's still, Roger Lout in Chicago, an agent, years back I talked to him. I don't know if he's still at it or not, but he built a whole niche around selling people, dog owners, homes. So just an example, you could build one landing page that appeals to dog owners, right? Chicago homes near dog parks, in pet-friendly complexes. So niching this down more, Chicago condos, if you're in a big urban area, you can go straight for condos near dog parks in pet-friendly complexes. So we're niching down there, but again, really quick, right? Make this offer. This could be your whole business. This one page with a nice little follow-up. You send something cool every week related to it. You have a little automated smart campaign that kind of introduces yourself. And then a good traffic source. You run this ad on Facebook. You know, turn it on and off as you need to. You could build a whole real estate practice just around a small niche idea like this. And think about it, you're not going to have a lot of competition doing this very thing. So, do we need a funny dog gif? Yes, we do. Come on, of course we do. Here we go. I mean, we have to. All right, here we go. So guys, the goal with this session, selfishly, I wanted to test out doing a Facebook Live. But the other real goal, the other thing we're trying to do here is just give you some inspiration. Just keep in mind that you should be niching down. These pages give you a ton of flexibility, and you can kind of have fun with them. So here, I'll save this one. Chicago dog parks. Dog parks. Anything? Are you using anything else for sellers, Dan? We've known each other a while, man. You're gonna set me off. You know what I'm gonna say. All of these pages, guys. All of these pages will generate you seller leads, but you got to do it. You got to talk to people. So all of these pages will put homeowners and renters into your database, and then you got to talk to them about about real estate, and listings will come out the other side. But I know what you're asking is like, what's the landing page I can use that gets me a really good seller lead every time? I don't know. I have suspicions, but the most listings I've ever gotten is just from creating lots of people into my database and having conversations and serving people on the buy side. The clearest place to do that is with investment deals, fixers, foreclosures, deals, because everybody who's a homeowner will opt into that, or land for sale, because you get a lot of people who already own a home. If I was going to attempt and I really just wanted a listing, I would go somewhere around the route of how to make sure, free report, free webinar, free recorded webinar, how to sell your house as quick as possible for as much money as possible without wasting time. I don't know. And then be prepared, make sure this piece of content is really good. It's a recorded video, it's a doc, just show them you're an expert. And then be prepared to spend a good little penny, $50, $100 to finally get somebody who really needs to sell their house now. You're gonna have to put this out there on Facebook, Google, but the idea here is that if you do hit the person, if you find the one who is thinking about selling their house, and you can come up with the right lead magnet. I don't know if this is specifically right. Maybe we need to get a little more specific, like how to save I don't know, five tips that can help you sell your house for at least $10,000 over market value. I don't have the magic sauce here, guys. I know that I could do it. If I had to think about it for my business and I really wanted listings, the magic sauce is come up with something sexy. This one works for a lot of people, and this is how I got my first 6 listings when I sent a mailer when I was like 20 years old. 21 free report, 21 things we'll do to sell your house. So I know a lot of people have like 83 things I'll do, 23 things, 23 ways we'll market your property that you've probably never thought of. So trying to give you your money's worth to answer that question, but we haven't sussed it out. And the truth is, this is a tough one to just give away because everybody would be doing the same thing in your market. So I might have some ideas that I don't share. But the path is to create some kind of awesome content. If you have a niche, like I'll buy it in 30 days or it's sold, one of those programs, a lot of this stuff is out in the industry. You're just going to turn that offer into a landing page. And then I would do one of our background images, right? Something like that. How to save your sanity. Buyer leads. Yeah, Mark, I'm sorry, I'm a broken record. But it's true, right? If you generate, because these aren't really buyer leads. If somebody opts into my golf page, right? It might just be some dude who likes to golf him and his wife aren't thinking of moving at all, right? He sees my Facebook ad. He's like, huh, oh, let me see. He comes in, right? He starts searching at the golf house. He's like, crap, that would be really awesome. This is the thought process. Honey, he shows it to his wife. He's like, I really want to do this. We're retiring in a few years, or we just retired. I'm bored, stuck inside with COVID. I'm bored. Let's do this. Well, what happens? He's interacting with you. You're sending him some cool videos about golf properties, and he's got another problem that he needs to solve next. He needs to sell the current house to get money to buy the next one. So, that's just where I go with that. With that, just seems really logical. I think a lot of other people, agree, are teaching the same stuff out there. Okay. Annalise is saying you could pepper the 21 items into a smart campaign, one per touch. Definitely. Yeah, 21 things, 21 tips to sell your property for top dollar to get the most money out of your house, even if you're not thinking about selling right now. How about that? So, thanks for the comments, guys. Let's see. Oh, there was a comment about these landing pages with the animated images in the background. I saw that comment. What happens? Facebook doesn't allow you to do a preview image with a GIF. So if you try to share these pages, that's what'll happen. Facebook will turn it into a static image. One thing that I will do sometimes is I'll create a video of this. It's a little advanced, but I'll use Screencast-O-Matic and I'll do a video of the GIF and I'll upload it as a video file with my post. It's just kind of a little bit of extra work, and then I'll link to the landing page or whatever I'm doing if you really want it to autoplay on Facebook. But it is a good point. Yep. Okay, let's recruit. This is a whole kind of can of worms. There is a recruiting course in the Learning Portal. So if you go into kvCORE, you click Learning Portal, and you search around for a recruiting course, you'll kind of get my take on how, if I was at one of these companies where you were incentivized to recruit. And I have been in the past, foolishly left. But if I was at one of these companies, what I would do, so the process that I would recommend for recruiting is actually to give away cool content that agents would be interested in. So I'm going to search recruiting here just to show you guys how to find this thing. Ugh. It's in here somewhere. Recruiting. How to use kvCORE and OPC to recruit other agents to your team. If you log into the Learning Portal and then click this link, you'll have to log in so you're signed in first, but I'll drop it in the chat here. Recruiting course. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because there's so many different ways you can go with recruiting, but I really think that as the same with attracting real estate buyers and sellers, that it makes a lot of sense to offer something interesting that you can engage over. So this whole course, the theory is, hey, find webinars and content that agents would like and offer that. We happen to have a lot of this content. You could give away this content. You could say, and let's do this. It'll be a little meta, but you could give away this recorded video about how to build landing pages for your real estate business, or you could take any of our webinars right here. You could also go grab a Jim Rohn video, or Tony Robbins or somebody, and say, how to take charge of your life and your real estate business, and then give this away. There's a little nuance there. You might want to do a bridge page that introduces it. But the key, I think, is you're going to want to bring people into your fold so you can start to build the relationship and not try to jump into bed with them right away. So what's that look like? Let's do it. So we'll do ask/create. So let's do 55 how to build landing pages that generate buyer and seller leads. How to generate buyer and seller leads that generate you a consistent stream of hot buyer and seller leads. There's a lot of copywriting guys that can go into this, but let's do something like that, and then we'll do free recorded 55-minute recorded webinar. This dude is nuts, but you'll like it. Something like that. Free recorded 55-minute webinar, like that. Maybe I'll just leave the girl as the background. Or there is this first-time house buyers that is kind of... Wait, that's not it. I thought we had a recruiting-looking image for agents. Agent/recruiting. See, it's just an agent holding the house. That's a pretty good one, right? And then my button would be watch the webinar now. And then the subtlety with recruiting is that instead of going straight to the link to this webinar or whatever you're giving away, you're going to want to put a separate page in front of that that introduces you and says, hey, here's this cool webinar I watched recently. I'm with XYZ Realty. We just like to share ideas. If you want to mastermind a network with me, we can show each other's lists, whatever it is. Just feel free to reach out, and maybe you have a link. You could also have a link to your Calendly or something. Say, hey, if you want to learn about how my company, why you should think about joining my company, and do that. But this is kind of the bait that for a landing page to recruit that could get people into your fold. Any number of kind of cool pieces of content. So I'll paste this one for you guys. My hashtag will be recruiting, and then we'll do one other that's a little more direct around recruiting. Oh. And then let's do another version of this that's a little more direct. Lead type, agent, up here. I forgot to do that. This is what Lisa's pointing out. But let's do one that just says 25-minute overview. Explains why now might be the right time for you to join, Realty, whatever it is. You go very direct and just have a recorded overview and link to that overview. And your company probably has this content. So that's it. I would just offer whatever it is. You could be a little more honest about it. The ad would be considering switching offices. Check us out. Considering a change. This 25-minute overview explains why now might be the right time. Something like that. Background again, agent recruiting, lead type agent. Right? Recruiting. I'm glancing over, the URL after login has to be where that content exists. Right there. So I'll drop you guys this link. Recruiting 2. Okay. Again, no promises this will work. You got to target real estate agents with this offer. You might pay a little more per lead than you would for somebody opting in for a foreclosure list, but this is how you might go about it. That's that. I mentioned briefly the idea of having a page that somebody goes to after. We call these bridge pages. We've done a bunch of training on it, but basically what you would do is a video view page like this. And then you would redirect that other page to this page. You might have to build this first and say, hey, thanks for your interest in the company. If you'd like to schedule a 30-minute chat with me to talk a little more, click the button down below and meet me on Calendly. I've also emailed you the list. There's lots of ways you can go. But if you want to introduce yourself first, you could use our video view page. Screencast-O-Matic, Mark. I'm just, Rob, sorry. I'm looking through some of the, Matic.com. I don't even remember when I mentioned that, but yeah. Okay. And then I'm just looking to see, did we cover everything? Thanks for the nice comment, Chris. We could go all day, guys. Honestly, in about an hour, I hit a wall. I hit a big wall. VHA, FHA homes. Let's do that one and just plan. Let's just say that we're going to do another one of these maybe in a few weeks again. We'll do these from time to time. But VHA or FHA homes. Let's turn that suggestion into a way that you can kind of help your lender partner out and maybe do some co-marketing with your lender. So this is an offer. There's two of these for VA and FHA. I'll give you both. For FHA, how to buy a fixer-upper and finance all the repairs. how to buy a fixer-upper and finance all the repairs with as little money down as possible. Something like this. I used to have a webinar that we had over that I did with Bond Street Mortgage that was more or less this topic. And what was it? You guys all know. It was the 203K program. It's pretty much what it was. It was, you know, you might say, and then you say, if you enter your cell, we'll also text you a complete current list of Pinellas County fixers now. I lost my, you know, I would probably use this smaller, and then we have a great background for this, don't we? We have foreclosure, but don't we have the funny fixer-upper one, renovation? We have this one. It's pretty good. So this would be a 203K fixer-upper. Honestly, just a landing page that offers a list of fixers and foreclosures just kills it. You know, my 727realestatedeals.com is an example. You could just do that. But if you wanted to really have the person come in around a financing, you know, that it is more or less a lead for your mortgage lender. The perfect place to redirect this to is an interview or a Zoom or a YouTube video where you and your lender are talking about the program going back and forth, because it positions both of you as experts and the person's indoctrinated and knows from the get-go that they're going to be working with both of you. And then you can go to your lender and maybe do some co-marketing, you know, budget share to drive traffic through this page. So how to buy a fixer-upper and finance cost of repairs. On the VA front, it's very similar. You know, you could just do a straight up webinar understanding the VA loan. That would be easier. But this one is an interesting one. How to use, I'm going to hit ask create. How to use the VA loan program to build an investment portfolio. That generates you retirement wealth. That sets you up for an early retirement. Something like that? I don't know. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. There's like some VA loan guys. Again, this is one you could do with your loan, you know, a VA friendly loan officer. But, you know, you can reuse the VA loan program if you, I think you have to hold the old property, right? You would move into a new one and keep the mortgage on the old one and then rent it out. I think you're allowed to do that still with VA. And don't hold me to that, but this is just an example of how you might go. You're not going to, it's a little harder to say, hey, download our free guide about the VA loan program. People might do that, but if you go on Google and you Google VA loan, you have a ton of competition, and this click is going to cost you an arm and a leg, like $20, right? But if you run this landing page, where'd it go? On Facebook, you might find that you get an opt-in for $10. How to use the VA loan program. So then again, I would find an image, you know, just a soldier or something. Soldier, military. Be careful, guys. I'm doing this really quickly. You might want to change this to Creative Commons if you're going to use a Google image. Military family is usually a good one for this. Yeah, this image I've used in the past. It's a nice... I think I had the Creative Commons still chosen, but I would have to double check that. But like that. Cool. Did I miss any others? I'm sorry if I did. But here, I'll share this one. Like so. This is VA. If you guys are watching in the comments, you just have to scroll through. And I'm running out of gas. If I miss something, comment. You know, in the comments, and maybe I'll come back later and just build a few of these if you need more examples, because this will be evergreen and live. But I really appreciate everybody's feedback. I hope this was a good hour. Sorry for the technical difficulties when we first started, but you know, let us know what you think in the comments. Like, should we do more of these workshops impromptu like this? I kind of had a good time. It was nice to get the engagement. Sorry, I dropped my glass of water. It was nice to get the engagement direct on Facebook. It's a little hard sometimes with Zoom to get everybody on and registered, but you guys were able to just hop on here. which worked out well. And just put it in the back of your head that this might be an approach you can take with your real estate business, where you go live and you do, hey, first time home buyers workshop, and you just have a couple of notes ready to go, and you can do exactly what I just did with you for your business. So thanks a lot, Adele. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to close out now, and then everybody have a great weekend, and we'll stay posted inside of kvCORE in the dashboard. If you go right to the trainings, right here, the view training calendar, we always post when we're going to be doing these kinds of things from day to day in that calendar with the links to the events. And or we just, if we're doing a Facebook Live, it'll be in the Facebook group. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Annalisa, for the lift. Bye-bye.